Organizational culture defines the values, beliefs, and behaviors that shape how work gets done within an organization. Leadership plays a fundamental role in cultivating, shaping, and reinforcing this culture. A strong alignment between leadership and culture can lead to increased productivity, employee engagement, innovation, and long-term success. In contrast, a disconnect can lead to confusion, high turnover, and organizational failure. This module explores the meaning of organizational culture, types of cultures, how leaders shape culture, and the leadership behaviors necessary for fostering a productive organizational climate. What is organizational culture? Organizational culture is the shared set of norms, values, beliefs, and behaviors that govern how individuals behave in an organization. It is how things are done and influences everything from decision-making and communication to employee motivation and conflict resolution. Key elements include 1. Core values and ethics. 2. Norms and unwritten rules. 3. Symbols, rituals, and stories. 4. Leadership style. 5. Workplace practices and environment. Culture is often expressed in A. Dress codes. B. Office layout. C. Language used in communication. D. Reward systems. E. How mistakes are handled. The dimensions of organizational culture. Several models describe organizational culture, but one popular framework is Charles Handy's typology, which outlines 4 major types. A. Power culture. Centralized decision-making. Control radiates from a few individuals, common in startups and family businesses. Leadership impact. Leaders are dominant figures, decisions are swift, but innovation may be limited. B. Role culture. Bureaucratic and structured. Roles and responsibilities are clearly defined. Rules and procedures dominate. Leadership impact. Leaders enforce rules. Efficiency is high, but flexibility is low. C. Task culture. Team-oriented and project-based. Focus on results and performance. Common in tech and innovation-driven sectors. Leadership impact. Leaders act as facilitators and motivators. Innovation thrives. D. Person culture. Individuals are the focal point. Low hierarchy, high autonomy, common in academic institutions or consultancy firms. Leadership impact. Leaders act more as coordinators. High levels of independence can lead to silos. The role of leadership in shaping culture. Leaders create, reinforce, and transform culture through their 1. Actions and behaviors, walking the talk. 2. Communication style. 3. Decision-making approach. 4. Recruitment and promotion choices. 5. Crisis handling. A leader's values become the organization's values over time. Example, if a CEO consistently values transparency and holds open Q&A sessions with employees, a culture of openness develops. 3 key mechanisms leaders use. 1. What they pay attention to, measure, and reward. 2. How they react to critical incidents. 3. How they allocate resources. Culture and organizational performance. Strong culture leads to 1. Improved employee morale and loyalty. 2. Better teamwork and collaboration. 3. Enhanced innovation. 4. Clear identity and purpose. 5. Lower turnover and absenteeism. However, culture can also be a barrier if 1. It resists change. 2. Promotes toxic behavior. 3. Rewards conformity over creativity. Leaders must constantly assess and align culture with strategic goals. Leading cultural change. Cultural change is often necessary during 1. Mergers and acquisitions. 2. Rapid growth. 3. Decline in performance. 4. Introduction of new technologies. Steps for leaders to change culture. 1. Diagnose the current culture through surveys, observations, interviews. 2. Define the desired culture aligned with strategic goals. 3. Model new behaviors. Leaders must embody the change. 4. Reinforce with policies, rewards, and communication. 5. Monitor progress and adjust. Culture change is slow. It can take 3 to 5 years to be fully embedded. Case example. Leadership's influence on culture. Case scenario. A tech company had a toxic culture of blame, secrecy, and burnout. A new CEO introduced policies promoting psychological safety, open-door communication, and regular wellness checks. Over time, employee satisfaction and innovation skyrocketed. Lesson: leadership is the engine of culture. When leaders demonstrate the culture they want, others follow. Leadership styles and cultural fit. Different leadership styles align with different cultures. 1. Autocratic leaders fit power cultures. 2. Transactional leaders suit role cultures. 3. Transformational leaders drive task cultures. 4. Democratic leaders thrive in personal cultures. A mismatch between leadership style and organizational culture leads to confusion, resistance, and poor performance. Tools for assessing and shaping culture. Leaders can use 1. Culture audits. 2. Employee surveys, e.g., Gallup Q12. 3. 360-degree feedback tools. 4. Organizational culture frameworks, e.g., Hofstede, Shine's model. Continuous feedback and cultural alignment are key to sustained success. Hope you enjoyed this module. In the next module, we would look at strategic decision-making and problem-solving. Bye for now.